here on this retention pond. We have this pipe right here, which is going into the retention pond. This pipe is, yeah, over here. It's pretty close to underneath the pavement, so they actually had us do ductile iron for the drainage rather than ADS due to it being so high. So, but this pitches into the pond. There's the structure we set Friday, and we just brought out the laser, and actually in that far corner I thought we were pretty close. We're a good solid like 4.5 feet too low. So we have we can take all of the material out of this pond, and we're gonna even need more probably to build that all up over there for that retention pond and for the breakout on the septic. But yeah, we'll get this uncovered and start getting it hooked up. Ooh, look at this thing, huh? Brand new tape. So I'm just grabbing this ductile iron here. Gotta get rid of the ADS. You can just go down, it's all the way in. Well, it's gonna crush it down, but look at that lip that it's got and everything. It might do it. I know it's crazy to think, but what do you say? Yeah, that OD of that pipe is less than the OD of piece ADS.
See, it's not completely threaded.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll bring that up to the truck. I'll tap it.
Actually, yeah. Put these on that side.
I think it's made for a variation, a couple different sizes, right?
Yeah.
Does that side need to go down more, Mike? Be fucking very accurate, but
You usually hold it like that, so you get.
So we had a little confusion there between what the paper plans say and the GPS. There's multiple bays in this retention pond, so it's like a bridge right there and everything. Just figure out exactly where everything goes on this one. It's unfortunately not just a hole in the ground. There's a lot of pipes and stuff going into it. So we're just trying to figure out exactly what we need to do and if this was what we needed to do, which it is. So we're all good. Stone this up, and then we're gonna dig out some of this a little bit more so we can wrap it up. So we got that piece in on this one. I think we're just gonna quickly put this wall together here. Well, we got some rip-wrap and stuff we're gonna put around here. Maybe you just put the bucket right there and I can hand pick them out. Yeah, there you go. How big are you looking for there, Mike? Good right there.
Push down on your side though.
Mike, put yours out a little farther. Is that what you're doing? We got to get this pile hammered down. This is probably, I mean, from this grade to like that right there is probably close to 30 feet high. And that whole pile is full of mostly rock that needs to be hammered down. So we are thinking on obviously a jaw crusher again, but a jaw and getting a cone and crushing down this whole pile to make a 3/4 kind of like dense grade product. I thought what that is the amount that's getting imported compared to how much those two crushers are and the time to crush it and everything, it will actually be more affordable to turn this into a 3/4 kind of, you know, crusher run product than it is to haul it in and use this as like a 6-inch minus. So I'm just taking this pile of crap that I got from the retention pond back there and just building a little bit more of a road. It doesn't look that steep on camera, but this right here is very steep. So the 300's got to be able to come up and down this. The Komatsu's got to be able to come up and down this a couple times at minimum. So because we're gonna have them hammer from this side, the back side of the pile. So I'm just pushing this pile of garbage out to make more of a ramp. I say garbage, this stuff's kind of like wetlands loam, I would say. So it doesn't matter, it can get mixed in with the loam. I'm just going to build more of a subtle ramp so that can easily go up and down. And then once I get done with that, I'll be going back into the loader and hauling more of the fill out from the retention pond. Mike is going to go back to the 336 and work on the foundations to get those kind of moving along a little farther too. But yeah, so I'm just pushing this out. Unfortunately, when I brought this over here, I didn't do a very good job of separating the rocks and stuff, so I have this like right there, that's a big chunk of something. So I'm just gonna work with it, just take my time, you know. So Dad's gonna do some fine tuning with the 308 in the retention pond. Mike is hitting a bunch of crap in this foundational, so I'm gonna run the 300, give him a hand with hammering. Good morning. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. It's the next day now. Mike is still working on that rock, but we gotta test the sewer here. So I'm gonna start doing castings. So that is why we shoot the 4 points or 4 corners of the steel plates. That way we can mark them out. Now I know exactly where I need to cut. I know that's going to be enough. And I don't have to dig this massive thing. And no ties, no tape measure, nothing. Nice and easy. So I'll pull the road saw out and we'll get cutting it. Guess we'll get some cones out before another contractor comes over here and acts like a knucklehead. Nothing beats a Honda. One pull. That thing's been sitting in the trailer for a while now. We haven't used it quite some time, maybe a year. That's impressive. all chopped up. I'm gonna get the 301, which you guys haven't seen yet. Little baby excavator. It's nice for doing these castings. It's an older one, but enclosed cab and everything. No AC, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go grab that. The 301 point, I think 6. I think it's a 0.6. Nice little baby machine though. Unfortunately, it's got a dead battery. We got a new battery, but we just gotta put it in real quick. Not that big of a project, hopefully. Yeah, this is it. I was going to be able to pick this whole thing up as a sheet. Not really what I wanted to do either. Let's see if we can break it. There we go. This pavement right here in the crush pile. The 301 has its place, without a doubt. It's small enough to do basically hand shoveling stuff. It's kind of like power shovel, but it has its place 100%. I mean, to be able to get all that pavement in this bucket and everything is a lot of hand work. I did that just by moving a joystick, so it really does have its place. Trying to do any sort of bulk work with it, absolutely not. It is small. It is very small, so it's a good little unit, and I love using it for the castings and everything. You know, I think it's even better to do the castings with the 301 than it is to do it with the 304. We have a 304, and I think the 304 is just a little too big for it. I wish that this machine had a hydraulic coupler on it. Like everything, it should have a hydraulic coupler. Should be standard option on everything. Alrighty, well, I gotta swap these buckets over, unless I can dig through it with the cleanup bucket, which I will see if I can, but I think it's a little hard. Typically I can. So, alrighty. Able to dig through it a little bit. I think I'm just gonna stick with this bucket. Once I get close to the structure too, it will become easier to dig. invert's staying all nice and pretty. So we got this basically all cleaned up. So I'm gonna run and grab the castings from out back, and then I can set the castings in there, figure out how much brickwork I actually need to do. It's pretty clear that this is pitching this way. It's a whole lot less over there than it is over here. And actually here, I'll grab a level. We can see it right now. So it's pitching that way, but we got about 12 inches there, 12 3/4, 13.5, 11 1/4. So we'll go and grab that casting. So it's 5.5 plus 1.5 inches. Actually, probably should double check what I'm setting these things to. Make sure it is actually make sure it actually is 1.5 inches. I don't know if it's 2 and 2 or 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. It's a good thing I double checked, because it's neither. So I'm setting these flush with the binder, and then we're gonna buy grade rings, which you can get in different sizes. We'll get one that's 1.5 inches, so it's just a steel thing. It sits in that lip and just extends the lip up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this flush with the binder. The town engineer wants them all flush, so it's a lot of work to make them flush and then cut them all apart and then raise them, and I've done it before. But so the grade rings are easy. Everyone's cool with using grade rings, so we're gonna go grade rings. So I'm just making this flush, and then down the road, before we do binder, pop the cover off. It's just a ring. You set it in there, put the cover on, and it's now 1.5 inches higher. Or I think they do, you know, they do all different sizes. But, so. Alrighty, well, I'll get my measurements and I'll drop my little picture on my block here, so I know, like over here, it's let's see. So over here it's 5.5, and over here it's 3 3/4. So we'll go over here. So this is 3 3/4, 5.5. And then 4.5 over there. Half there. go 5 with that. There we go. So now I kind of know what I need to do to cut my bricks and everything the proper height. So we'll pull this back out. And this thing, I forget where we got this thing. This thing is, that's the money thing right there. Holy smokes. Having one of these things, pick the castings up and down. That's another reason why I like this thing so much. I don't actually have to get in it to run it. So it's just kind of like a little crane that I can use. Now there's an idea. Crane on the utility body. That'd be nice setting these. Yeah. Gotta idle it up. Alright, I don't think I can do this one-handed. I'm gonna stick it in my head. A good contact from the cement to this, so make sure you clean this off nice and good. Fortunately, it does look like that kind of just got rid of my line there, but oh well. As you can see by the previous videos, I've been using that to cut the brick for the sewer inverts. This is the project, the first project that we've been able to use the saw on, and I'll tell you what, using that saw to cut these bricks to brick up the castings, I mean this is a nice setup. I mean this is right at perfect height here. You can run this, you can really see. And I like to use these concrete bricks for the castings. They're just, you know, they're perfect. You know what I mean? Those sewer bricks aren't, they're like all over the place. I don't know why they're like that, but these ones are nice. They're square, they're even, they're all the same size. And they're a little easier to cut. But this setup is working out mint. Do need another 4 bricks though to finish this portion, but this is what I do for this. So you can see how it's kind of like this one's higher and it goes down and will come back up. So I cut my 4 ends, and then there's another 4 bricks in between those. So you just divide it and cut it to what you need it, which makes it super easy. But yeah, so I'm waiting on the rest of the bricks that I need to be delivered. So we'll see when that happens. But as of right now, I'm kind of stand still. So I'm gonna go down to the next sewer catch basin, which is that one right there. Got to paint it out. So I'll go over there. I'll cut it up, and I'll start working on that one while I wait for the bricks that I need. But yeah, so this is going along smooth. I usually account for 1/4 inch of mortar on the bottom and 1/4 inch of mortar on top. So look on my picture here. So what I need is 5 inches. So I will subtract 1/2 inch for the mortar and cut the brick at 4.5. And I mean, you can even draw this out too if you need. You know, you get 1/2 inch of difference here. So divide that by 4. What do you get? You get 1/8. So this one will be 4 1/8, 4 1/4, 4 3/8, 4 or 4.5, 4 5/8, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I do. That's how I do it. Works. And you know, some of these in this project here, we is not a nice small amount of brick like this. So sometimes they're like a foot. I know they're not always supposed to be like that, but it is what it is. You know, getting that structure where you need it is far more important than the brick amount in here. So what I do too is put barrel block, which is kind of like a cinder block looking thing, but it's solid concrete, and it actually has a little bit of a curve to it. So I have some of those being delivered as well, because I know some of these do have a lot of brick that is needed. So you guys will see that, but yeah, I'm gonna go over there and cut that. Yep, that's perfect. How far is he away from you, the pillar on that side? Like this space right here?
That's good.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I got a couple inches.
Okay. Still good on that side?
Yep, still good.
You go up. See if you can pull it back.
Oh, yeah. You guys done this before, huh? First time. I'm gonna take off.
Okay.
So it's a 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Sounds good. It's weird how they package that, but it's actually 2 pallets. Should have put them tight and then saran wrapped it. But now we got the bricks. We'll go back to this one just in case I don't get these both done today. Put the bricks here, cement it and everything, and I can drop that casting on it, and then we'll swap over to the other one. almost got this whole course done. And so you want to make sure that this cement gap right here is less than your quarter inch or less. If it's any less than that, you might fight it. How I do it is I just put a glob around the whole thing, right? Just plop it on there, and then I set the casting, and then I put my level across and I hammer it down. And so if that space or this joint right here is super thick, that will fight you when you're trying to hammer it down, because this is, I mean, the structure lid here and the bricks just sucks the moisture right out of the mortar and puts it right in, so it dries it a little quicker. So just something to be aware of when doing this. Yeah, how do you guys do it? I know I've seen some pretty shoddy work of this. I don't know if this is how everyone does it. And standing the bricks up like this, yeah, I can get it done all in one, course. I don't have to lay the brick down and do a second course. But it is harder to do the joints this way than having the brick be flat like this. Just something to keep in mind. We got these 3 joints to do, and then we'll plop our ring on and get everything set. Hopefully it works. So got it like that. Mike's in the 301, ready to set it.
This thing needs a little bit of grease.
I guess so. If you come out a little bit there, Mike, and down, swing over that way just a little bit. Hold it. Here, hold it. Okay, go down. Nice and slow. A little more. Yep, just continue on. Stay right there. You go down a little more there, Mike. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go down on that side. Wait a minute. So it is a little high on that side of things, but I think it's okay. This kind of goes down like that, and this is going to be granite curbing, so all that water is going to be forced down there anyways, and it's pitching good downhill that way, so I think it'll be okay. I think I put a little too much mortar on the bottom side of the bricks, but that's all right. Here we go. So the last thing to do is watch all this concrete off. Beautiful invert. Well, that took way more than I was expecting. That's 13 bags of concrete. It's not even enough. Got like another 4 inches in the thing. Full of concrete. The builder had some pallet of concrete right there they had used for some steps or something. And he asked if we could get rid of it. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. Usually I get a concrete truck for this exact reason. It's even with the mixer, it's still a lot of work. Still a lot of work, but yeah, so we're out of it. So this one's just gonna have to get left like that. I'm gonna pick a lot of this up and I'll move down to the next one, maybe see if I can dig that one out or something. It's getting close to the end of the day. Good morning. So yesterday afternoon I finished picking up over here. I didn't end up digging anything here yet, but we'll do that this morning. I think what I'm going to do is, now that I have the loader, they're kind of on a standstill. They got a rock over there, they got a hammer. So I'll back the loader in right here, put the loader, and I can dig this, scoop it right in the loader. It'll be a lot easier than the skid steer, I think. So I'll have a much bigger bucket to fill. So probably won't even need to make one trip, I can't imagine. So we'll get the loader set up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So they got that rock out of the retention pond. So I dumped out that grader base I had in the loader bucket. Just gonna see if I can give them guys a hand getting it out of there with the loader. We'll pick it up. Able to get all the chunks. Not bad. The rain seems to have stopped too. It was raining out pretty good. And then it said it was gonna rain until like 3 o'clock. It's not really raining up anymore. Might go back to the cast and see what happens. We are back on this. Over there was bucketing some of the dirt out, but it's the rain and everything got way too muddy. I had no traction, especially with those road plates. So I was just making a mess. So came back over here, got some barrel block. I got 16 inches on that side and 15 inches on that side. So I'm going to use the barrel block for probably 2 courses of barrel block. So it's been a while, so I'm just figuring out how this goes around there. Barrel blocks work perfectly. So we'll do that, and we gotta get some cement in there. So it's working out almost perfectly for a one course of brick on its side. I did have to cut these ones. I had to shave like a 1/4 inch off that side right there. So, but after these 3, just like that, should be able to just use full brick from there. It's always a treat. About 3/8 gap over here and about 3/4 over here. So we're doing pretty good. That's I think what I'll do is I'll cut a little spacer, 3/4 on this side, 3/8 on that side, and then kind of lighten up with the cement near the spacer, and then I'll fill in the joint after the casting set. That way I can really hold this this line. On the other one, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but on this one, I think it's critical to hold that line. So we got spacers here, so that's going to hold it exactly where we need it. I got my bead of cement around the whole thing. Now we'll see if we can set it 301. See if I can tuck the arm right underneath the tent. That way I don't have to take tent down to do this. I need to tie a string to the joystick, so all I have to do is just you know, pull the string, and then the thing's set right down. You can be outside to kind of guide it. It's either that or I wait for it to settle. Maybe you should get Mike. Oh yeah, that's how you like them to look right there. This one came out awesome, I think. So it's all still nice and wet. So what I do is I just put a piece of plywood over it. Putting the the regular cover on there is probably not a good idea. It'd probably definitely move. So I just got a 24 square piece of plywood, put that on there just so nothing happens. This will be coned and everything because I ain't filling this thing with concrete. Learned my lesson yesterday with that. I definitely ain't mixing 30 bags of cement to fill this one in. But yeah, so this one's all done. We'll start cleaning up. I think it's about 5 o'clock, so it's the end of the day. All safe for the night. Should be good to go. Can't forget that. But yeah, that one went pretty good. So I don't know which one, but I think we're moving down to them tanks. Get those castings in so they can get inside the tanks and spray inside the tanks, seal them up. But it's gonna wrap it up for today. We'll see you in the morning. So that's the cover. That's a 36-inch rain cover. That's gonna go in the septic tank. And that was the casting I was gonna set today, except I forgot about a step. I have to, well, we were gonna have the place that makes the septic tanks and stuff make a cover for the tunnel tank that goes from a 4x3 foot rectangular hole to a 36-inch ring and cover. But they I don't know, they didn't seem interested or something, so whatever. I'm gonna build it myself. So these are just some building materials that I was able to scrounge up. I kind of forgot about this step yesterday, and this morning I'm like, oh, I can't even set that rain cover. I need the basically the adapter piece. So we're gonna build it, and hopefully got some cement there. Hopefully that's enough for this. So the hole is 4x3, so I'm gonna make this thing 5x4, and it's gonna be about 6 inches thick, which isn't super thick. But once this thing is in there, I'll set this thing onto the top of the tank, and then I will do, I think this, this much brickwork, then that ring and cover will go on top of it, and then the whole thing will get encased in concrete. So I'm actually going to stick rebar out the sides and everything so that it all gets joined together when we pour that final lob of concrete around everything. It will lock everything together. It should be plenty. But so I do have to build that adapter thing, and it does have to span over something, so I got to make it nice and strong basically. So we got wire here. I got a couple pieces of rebar down there that I'll throw in there. I got to put some lifting eyes on it and stuff like that so we can pick it up. But yeah, so I'm going to get started on that. My idea is I'll use the 2x8s. I'll build a box or the rectangle on the ground, and then I'll put the plywood on it. I got these 2x4s for some bracing on the bottom, and then I think I'm going to try and use the flashing to form up the circle in the middle of this thing, so that you can get through the ring and cover, and then through this, and then into the tank. So that is my plan. We'll see how that goes. Sure the nice face is facing your concrete. You don't want, because you'll be able to see all these knots if you don't. I snapped a couple lines where those boards are. So this seam is now all tight. It has screws running down all the 2x4s that I have screwed to the bottom. So now I gotta somehow make a circle, a 3-foot circle. I'll go inside there. So my idea is the flashing and some wood that I'll have to screw down to keep it centered. Now, how do I bend that into a 3-foot circle? I think what I'm going to do, oh gosh, I don't even know. I have to think about this for a minute. What is 3 foot round? I would wrap it around this cover right here, but outside of this is actually 39. I would like that lip on the inside if possible. So I gotta figure this out real quick. We'll get back to you. My solution? I couldn't find anything that was 36 inches, so I'm gonna make it. So I got 2 discs here. This one is actually 2 pieces. That one's a whole piece, but so what I'm thinking is put one on the bottom, 2x4 up all the way around, put the top on it, and then wrap it with flashing. So this is where I'm at. So plywood's 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna have a top one and a bottom one. So I cut these all at 5 inches. That's 6 inches. That's the thickness of the thing that I need. So we'll screw, let's see. We'll screw this thing in there, and then we can screw that thing to this and then wrap it with flashing. I think it's how I'm gonna do it. Because taking this apart, I'm just thinking about how I need to be able to take this apart. I think this will be best if it's screwed down to that piece of plywood. I think that'll work out pretty good. I think the concrete will kind of come up here and we'll make that seam nice and flat. I might bend over in a couple spots just so this thing doesn't somehow get pushed up or something like that. Probably maybe a better thing would to make that whole wheel, wrap it so you can bend it on both sides and then screw it down somehow. But I don't know, I think I see that being problematic, taking it back apart. I think that this will work though. So time to start putting all the steel in there. I got 2 holes drilled there, 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 and there. So it's gonna be 4 pieces of rebar going like this. I'll do that to kind of start and see what I need to do around it. I got mesh there, so I'll put that in there. Let me go grab the rebar, and while we're down there, we'll go take a peek on how Mike is doing. He had to dig that foundation hole a foot deeper because the walkout, because it's on a slope like that, the back of the house, there was just there wasn't enough of the good soil there, so he had to go another foot down. So he was out of like the loam topsoil layer in the back by the walkout. So he brought it down a foot and he'll pick it back up with a 3-inch minus. So he's over there spreading that out right now. He's driving the loader right into the hole. He's down there in the 308 right now. But a lot of dirt came out of this hole. Another tough hole though. He's been fighting it for a couple days now, but he's finally gotten it. Take a peek. He'll have it done by the end of the day. He just started stoning it up. If you can see those guys, he's working on one of those steep slopes. 308's like at a 45-degree angle like this. So I think we have the main support in. Now I want to put a lifting eye in each corner, so I'll make that out of rebar. Thankfully there's a lot of things I can bend the rebar around. I'm thinking it's kind of like something like this. I do have a conduit bender. I don't know if that will work. I've never used one before. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see if I can find something to bend this around. Hooked up to the hydrant. We're all set up down here, ready to start mixing some cement, filling this in. Very important step that I almost did forget, but I always have a sprayer in the truck. We spray these things down with diesel fuel, that way the forms don't stick. So we'll get after that. There you have it, all poured. Took 11 bags of cement, wasn't that bad. So hopefully by tomorrow that's nice and dry. And I did use the hammer drill as a vibrator. We don't have a vibrator, but so I was using that. Hopefully that made it all nice and smooth and pretty. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let that thing dry right there. We'll take it apart because it's going right there. So nice and close now. But yeah, so 2 bags of concrete left over. Get the rest of this stuff put away, and then I'm probably gonna go and give Mike a hand stoning up the rest of that foundation, I believe. But we'll see how it goes once they get all cleaned up. Mike's got this hole looking real good. We're just got the frost wall. Can't reach it. Bring it up a little bit. Yeah, no, we're in good shape. This hole is basically done. Pretty good, pretty good. So I guess we'll just work on a ramp. See if I can get this 308 out of here. Now it's all trapped in here. Well, so that's that hole. But yeah, Mike was able to get that 236 out of here without making a giant mess. I'm just gonna pull this machine, and then I guess today's Thursday, Monday foundation guys are coming, so pretty good. This retention pond is coming along. It's getting there. Looks good. Good morning. So we got the 308 down here. We're gonna try and take the forms off of this thing. We'll set it. We gotta dig this up, cut the hole a lot bigger. Yeah, we'll see how forms come off. Well, I thought I had the camera rolling, but I was able to just pick up on this once I took the top circle off. This is it. Came out perfect, I think. This is nice. Got this all exposed. So that is the 4x3 hole that goes down in the pump chamber. So I think what I'll do is I'll use that tank sealant, you know, that butyl. I'll put a bead around it, and then I can place this piece. But I mean, on this end right here, the casting is sitting just on top of concrete that's on top of the tank. So it's in the corner too, so it's not like anything's ever going to be able to actually like drive over it. But we got that in there, so I was just able to get the rain cover split. I had to use the skid steer. This stuff is, I mean, this thing is not light at all. I mean, this thing's heavy. My little cool blue spreader bar thing is actually too small for this. So I'm thinking lifting bar, put a chain and hook it, and it's gonna want to pull to the side. So hopefully that will pick it up. Got one to bite in. So this is my solution. I'm going to use the rigging off the blue thing. We'll screw these down to this board. This board will act like the beam. Alright, you got a little brace on there. Hopefully that's nice and strong. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh my god, come on. We got our first course kind of all laid out. So this last one right here, I will have to cut that one to fit. So I will, I'm gonna leave that one out until I basically have all the cement in and all those bricks are in. And then I will cut it and make kind of like that final size. So the other thing too is, I don't have a level long enough, so I'm using a 2x4. So this is my picture. So over here I need about 5 inches, and over here I need about 3 1/4 inches. So I think what I'm gonna do is, brick is 2 1/4, So that's about an inch. So I should be able to get away with it over here, just one course, but I will have to shim up quite a bit over here, you know, another maybe 1.25 inches-ish to 1.5 inches, because you're gonna have 3 joints. So looking at yeah, probably 1.25 inches brick. So there'll be joint, full brick, joint, 1.25 inches brick, joint. Should work out. So, but yeah, so we'll get these ones all cemented in here. With some struggles trying to get that thing to be 1.5 inches high. This is the only one that isn't using a grade ring. I mean, this pavement will go like this, and then it'll drop off. So it's like, is it supposed to go out straight? Are they gonna put the finish on? This drops off. This has got a wave. I ain't trying to make excuses, but they ain't making it easy on me. That's for damn sure. But I think I got it good enough. This is big, 36-inch ring cover. I ain't never done one of these before, but it came out good. As you can see there's a lot more of a gap there to get this 1.5 inches over here, and then, you know, then it rocked it like this. But I think I got it. It's like 1.5 inches over here, inch and, you know, 3/8 or something like that over there, 1 3/8 inches, 1 1/4 over there, 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. But all right, it's basically the end of the day. I'm gonna get a piece of plywood to cover this up so it's nice and safe, and then I'm gonna pick everything up here. They got open houses this weekend too, so I'm gonna leave this machine, the brick, create kind of like a blockade. But I'll get back to you once I get all this cleaned up. All packed up, ready to go home for the weekend. All good, we got it nice and safe. These guys are just they're just burning out the end of the day, bailing some more dirt out of this endless pit. Oh my gosh, it's every day it's, oh, this is the last day, this is the last day. Dirt's like it's a dirt spawn over here or something. Dirt duplicator. I mean, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. It's a big pond. We estimated about 3,000 yards coming out of here. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, this whole thing dropped off, and now Mike's got that all right there, probably 7-8 feet high now. So there's plenty of breakout for the septic now, I would imagine. We'll have to go over there and clean it all up and everything, but so you can see. I mean, I'm let's see, about five block high right here, 4.5 block high. Each block is 18 inches. You do the math, I guess. It's almost, you know, probably had to guess 7 feet, 8 feet maybe. And that keeps going down like that. Still got to drill some holes, and we got to put some there's some galvanized grates and stuff for that structure. But, holy guacamole, look at another rock too. Yeah, could have predicted that one. See right here, it's got it painted out. It's got spillway and everything. Almost there. One more day. But this is gonna wrap it up for this video. So see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.